Like we fucking talking about something like all us together.
Now this is the most nigga shit I ever seen in my fucking life right here. Now, Malik, what the fuck? Malik, this is some nigga shit you got going on. This motherfucker went and drew AWO on his fucking mind. Hey, can't even see the fucking W.
Hey, you know what? That Sunny mask is when you order your AWO merchandise on Wish.com. That was
it is. You gonna tell the people we selling AWO mask.
Get it on Wish, you get what Sunny got with just the writing on.
Hey, hold on, wait a minute. That was a terrible idea. I'm doing nothing but inhaling fucking permanent marker.
This dumb ass getting high. They go back.
That shit got my eyes watering. Okay, welcome to the AWO podcast. We are the assholes with opinions. I'm your moderator and host, Sonny. We got the damn Deacon.
We trying to stay safe from Corona out here. Motherfuckers are dying.
Hey, we got G Games, aka Gainesville.
What's happening, man? Something wrong with that boy, man.
Fellas, how we feeling?
Safe.
I don't feel safe. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't feel safe.
All right, man. So this episode right here, this is
mask off already. Look, it fell off. I ain't safe no more.
Oh my gosh. All right, Deacon, let's go, man. Start the show off.
Well, let me tell you something. This Corona has people out here tripping. Everybody is running rampant because of the scare of the coronavirus. Look at some of the things we got going on in the world. Shit like this.
Look at him. I'm gonna shoot his ass. He's fucking around today.
I remember you. You're the security guard of the building, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
I've been having problems with you, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what, man? I want to apologize to you, man.
Okay.
I hadn't had my medicine, man. I'm on psychotropic medicines, man. You know I'm a schizophrenia, you know.
Right.
I hear voices, I see things they say this is not really there. And I just want to apologize to you because I was wrong. Can you just shake my hand?
Of course, that's all I've been wanting was an apology from you. That's it. That's all. I'm just trying to do my job, sir.
But you know what, sir? I was thinking about something.
Oh, motherfucker, this nigga crazy. Do it. Come on. Hey, you going to fucking jail, man. Yo, what? Hey, get the fuck off my property.
Fuck.
Gone.
Bitch, I'm gonna kill you. I hate your ass. You the Uber driver took my motherfucking money.
This motherfucker done snuck the security guard, man. Security guard didn't see it coming. He lulled him to sleep. He said, man, you know I take my medication. But wait a second, I got one more thing for you. Bitch.
That's like one of them old wrestling videos, man. When you think about the clothes that you turn on them.
But no, that's what he hit him with. If you look,
yeah,
like, he said, hit him with a backward chop.
He said, man, would you just shake my hand, man?
What is it with people like chopping people nowadays, though? Like,
I don't know.
No, yeah, you're right. You're right, though. It is like a thing.
Chopping folks now. Like, Ric Flair done made a nation of people chopping people now.
Dick, that was all of that? That was it?
Hell no. So this motherfucker chopped him. He told him what he thought about him, but there's more.
You thought I was gonna forgive you? I'm a schizophrenia, motherfucker. I'm gonna kill you, fuck that. Hey, you know what? I got my knife in my pocket.
And you better not bring that knife over here. Your ass gonna die tonight. Come on.
You got a gun?
Come on, motherfucker. Come find out.
You got a gun?
Come find out.
I don't think you got a gun. He's a rinky-dink motherfucking cop. You ain't even got a badge. Hey, you know what? Hey, big bro, I told you I take medication.
Calm down, man.
I don't know what be wrong with me. I just lost everything.
Oh!
No. This motherfucker done tricked him again and got him ready to front kick this motherfucker, man.
I say, fool me once, shame on you.
Fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
No, that wasn't the one, though. The one was when he said, I want to build a land where gynecologists can practice their love of women.
Oh boy, man, how you let that dude get in close to you again and you fall for the same thing again?
Same
fucking
thing.
After he already said he had a knife. He said he had a knife on him.
Oh,
And
but
you
they had
still
a
let
real
him
problem with
back
that security guard. That security guard drive Uber like in his free time. He
Dog.
said, "You the Uber driver took my fucking money."
Did you not hear what he said? He told that man, he said, I hate you. For you to tell somebody, I hate you.
Hey, look, you see how out of breath that motherfucker was? He came back that second time. He said, I told you I'm on medication, man.
And then he still hit it with the super kick. Like,
He said, but it's one more thing.
Yeah.
Oh, man, this guy's so funny. Yo,
hit it with the Shawn Michaels, man.
he was determined he was going to whip that security guard ass that night, boy.
Oh my gosh. All right, gentlemen. So we got 2 episodes left in season 2. Y'all excited, man?
Oh, shit.
Always, man, always.
Bounce around, get ready.
I don't know if people understand really how difficult this season was. A little more to pull off than season 1 was.
Yeah, because you got divified, man. You wasn't showing up no more. You got divified.
I got
divified.
you showing up all late and shit.
Right.
You want people to wear costumes and shit, have shit ready and all this type of stuff.
What?
You know, I just it was just a lot. You know, it was just a lot.
So you gonna put all that shit on me?
Yeah, he talk.
When the Asshole Nation come back for season 3, one of y'all motherfuckers is gonna get replaced. There's gonna be somebody different on this box.
That was fucked up.
Try to tell you something. For real. I'm gonna get on my Willie Beeman shit, man.
Gaines was doing the slow roll just now with no shoulders. That nigga was rolling with all torso, bro. That nigga neck didn't move.
Hey, don't call me that word. Don't call me on my name. Don't call me on my name.
Oh my goodness. Damn.
Hey, look, let me ask you something. So we talked about the N-word last episode, and it didn't hit me until after we had wrapped up, and I was just going through the rest of this week. Do y'all have a problem with this whole people of color thing?
I haven't heard it any more than any normal.
Yeah, I haven't heard enough.
I haven't heard like an uptick of it or something. But they're just putting people they just throwing you in the category. Man, they're gonna throw you in the category, and then they're gonna put a label on you, and then they're gonna say,
okay, so y'all, but basically though, y'all don't have a problem with it.
People of color.
It's the same trick, different year to me. Like,
no, that's what I'm saying. When they say, she's a woman of color, or, we have to make sure we're reaching people of color. Y'all don't have a problem with that shit.
No, they've called us worse.
But to me, every time I hear somebody say people of color, all I hear is colored people. That's all I hear. Listen, if y'all okay with being niggas, then fine. We ain't even got to talk about this shit, okay? Let's move on.
If I speak out, I say, oh, that's wrong. It ain't gonna. It's the same trick. Like I don't see an uptick of it because it's the same thing. It's gonna change, and then in a couple more years, it's gonna be something else. It's just like LGBTQ. Look, I just cycled now. Plus, yeah.
That shit got 30.
It's just another label that they're gonna throw on you, and it's gonna be another label, and it's gonna keep going. Like I'm not okay with it, but it's just like whatever. Like it's gonna be those people who are doing that. They have their agenda, and they're gonna do it.
Right. Like in 2020, it shouldn't have to be classified like this. We need to reach more people of color. We need to reach more Latinos or more African Americans. Like, why can't it just be we need to reach more fucking people? You know? Like, why is it still separate categories? Like, I'm specifically doing this to reach this market base.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Hey, I want to show y'all a video. Can I show y'all a video?
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all saw this video this past week, but it's a good point. Did y'all see this shit right here? Man, so
I forgot about that.
Speaking of trying to connect to a certain group of people.
Right.
I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. This shit.
He saw the daughter in the background. Was like, she was like, "Yeah, Dad, go, Dad."
Yeah.
Even though I will defend him on one point, man.
What's that?
I don't care what race, creed, color you are. When you
Back
walk
that
in
ass up,
someplace
start.
and you hear that Cash Money taking over for the 9-9.
That's the thing, though. Like everybody, like except for him.
Right,
Like
yeah.
I don't think it was him. Like I think the rest of the family, yeah, but him, no. I think he got tired of his family getting wild to that song, so he tried to be cool and do it.
See, gang, this is what I'm gonna tell you. This is where my jaded nature comes in. I think this was just the first time his family found out that he really likes that fucking song.
He fucking love that shit.
Yeah. I think when he be by himself, and he had them little chocolate bunnies jumping around in his head, that's the song that comes out.
That's the thing, though. Like, dog, like now that song is not. It's everywhere now. Everywhere you go, if you hear that song, I was in Canada and I heard it. That's that Cash Money taking over the 9-9, and people peek up when they hear that.
Hey, I saw a meme one time. That shit was like, which one has the biggest effect? Cash Money taking over for the 9-9 2000 or Chunky Coming?
I ain't gonna lie though, that's another song. When you hear that part,
There's certain songs, man, like they're iconic. Like they will never go away.
Yeah, you still got a book of CDs in the car, don't you?
I've always got Little River Band loaded up here. I got 6 discs in here.
Oh no, I'm high tech. I'm high tech to listen to all our old stuff. I'm high tech now.
Gang still be riding down the road doing this shit. All right, Asshole Nation, do not adjust your screens. You're not saying anything crazy. This is the first AWO podcast live action guest. Please help me welcome Double L. So, Double L, you are a man of a certain industry that actually involves one of the topics that we're going to be talking about today. And actually, looking at your screen, kind of looks like you partaking in that industry currently right now.
No.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, brother.
Well, I'm just a young black entrepreneur, man, and I've been in this industry for a couple of years, about 3 years, and pretty much I started up a online CBD company called Medcannex Wellness. It's all about natural healing, basically, and our war is against pharmaceuticals and how they produce side effects, and basically we're going for a more natural way to heal you.
I'll say first off, man, first Double L, I'll say he's the model for what any guest want to be. Because when we told that man 12, he was at 12, had the lights on, had all this stuff cut up, everything ready to go. Like I was trying to take a break, but he was ready. You know what I'm saying?
No, any future guest, when we call you, if you ain't fucking ready, we cutting your fucking screen.
Like, what kind of products do y'all offer as far as your business?
We are moving anything from CBD oils to edibles. Basically, I mean, we got chewing gum. You can take it all the way to like just pills to suppositories. Like, it's that deep.
Suppositories? What?
Yeah, exactly. It's that far.
Hey, wait a minute. I want to make sure that I'm not the ignorant person in the room. Suppository mean that that's weed that you stick up your ass, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I was clear. Let me tell you something. Double L got on this fucking call, and he is checking all the boxes. One of you bitches is gone next season. What?
You know, we know each other for a long time. We've been rocking for forever. You know, you've seen all the shit that we used to go through back on the field, all the pains and injuries, all that stuff. So how do you feel about the NFL still in 2020 trying to test for marijuana and not allowing marijuana or CBD to be used as a tool for healing? They'd rather you take all of this medicine, all of these shots, all this stuff, but not allow players to participate.
My thoughts on that is this, man. I feel like with the pharmaceutical, like basically it's like this, like they want you to continually buy pharmaceuticals. Pharmaceuticals is like big pharma. They call that shit that for a reason. Like that shit makes mass money. They're what's warring against weed, basically, and the legality of it. Because everybody depends on a pharmaceutical, which then produces a side effect, which needs another pharmaceutical. If you start healing people, literally just healing people, then you don't have a need for those pharmaceuticals. You know what I'm saying? So as far as the NFL players, it's the same thing. If you're really healing them and they don't need the shots and they don't need whatever medicines, then damn, that cuts out a massive business. So I feel like that's a whole ploy, basically.
You and Deacon was saying how y'all knew each other a long time. Y'all grew up together. Was it seeing some of the things that people that you was cool with was going through, who were playing football and active in sports or whatever, and injuries they was dealing with? Is that kind of what inspired you to go this direction?
Well, honestly, I'm not going to say that's what inspired it, but that was kind of like a spark once I started to jump into the field and realize, like, learning the medical side of marijuana and knowing what it can do on a cellular level. And then just pairing it up with my friends and homeboys who have injuries. That shit is serious. Like, and I want to actually, and I know that, like I just talked about the pharmaceuticals and how we're all using them. Like, that shit is not the move, bro. We got to find a better way to heal.
So is your business online, or is it online in storefront, or how do you guys get your products out to the people?
We're literally a new business, so we're just starting online right now, but we ship internationally all over. So
it's another thing that I want to discuss here, and this is a bit of a serious topic. So we still have so many people in the U.S. going to jail or getting minor charges over marijuana. So how do we tell the younger generation, like, how they can get into CBD and marijuana legally? Because we've seen for years they've been growing acres of marijuana out in Oakland, California. These guys making tons of money, right? But it's still people from our community going to jail over the same thing. So how can we explain to them how to start getting into it legally?
There's multiple ways to go about it, but like, it depends on where you are. It depends on location, and that's part of the system. Like, if it's not legal in a certain area, then like you don't have no school to go to school for it, get certified for it, and all that. You know what I'm saying? They have that here in Michigan. They got multiple schools where you can actually go and get certified for medical marijuana. That would be the route that you would take, so that you're being backed, like you're being backed by the government. It's okay. I'm learning this shit legally. Everything is good on the up and up. Basically, learn about it. If you're not in a legal state, you need to learn about CBD, because that is actually legal. In Georgia, I've seen plenty of stores everywhere, that in convenience stores, they're selling CBD, quote unquote. So basically learn about that product and get into that CBD. That's what you can do, is just go and learn about CBD. The stuff, the wave is coming, clearly. And eventually it's going to hit. They're just figuring out how they can officially tax it, just like alcohol. Everything, like, they just got to figure out how they're going to tax this. Then they're going to go ahead and get every state in on it. It's I think it's like 33 states that have it legalized medically,
right,
and 11 states that have it recreational. So it's coming. That's going to be your end. It's to learn about the legal side of it and go into that.
So I want to go back to what y'all were talking about earlier, as far as with the NFL. Do you think the NFL should still test for marijuana?
Personally, I do not. Of course not. Weed is a part of. I mean, listen, man. We clearly have no cases of people overdosing on weed, dying on weed. This is, again, about politics. It's not, again, and it takes it even further to have them have a problem. Like, they need that problem in order to have, so you can fix it. They need that problem. You see what I'm saying? Like, it creates a problem in the NFL for them to have to fix. They want that. It's all part of. I'm sorry, I'm a conspiracy theorist, so I believe.
No, you got you. No, you good.
So it's like, they're literally, yes, weed is being legalized while they're literally causing a problem at the same time. That's so contradictory. It makes, like, that's crazy. You legalize state by state by state by state, but then you're penalizing people. That what the fuck? That don't make no sense.
Because even like you mentioned earlier, it's no money in the cure.
Exactly.
It's no money in the cure. The money is in the treatment, right?
Right.
They're never going to say, oh, we've cured AIDS, we've cured cancer. Where's the money in that? When if someone has cancer, they have to keep going back to this doctor, right?
Yep. In all serious, man, I agree 100%, man. I think it's like Scarface said, if it's taxable, it's cool to smoke. You got cigarettes killing people, you know what I'm saying? Alcohol killing people. Alcohol causing numerous traffic accidents, I mean deaths, you know what I'm saying? All of that stuff, that's legal. You have the big opioid crisis, that's also legal. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a place for that industry, but I think it's been running rampant, right? So they need to calm that. And if this is medical marijuana is alternative, I personally know somebody whose son had a really bad condition where his skin peeled off to the touch. You know what I'm saying? And he had to go to another state for treatment. And with CBD and everything, that eased his pain, the kid's pain. So at that point, if you're showing me this, then it's no question at that point. Just try it. You know what I'm saying? So I agree 100%. I mean, MLBs did it, right? They've curbed the testing. Just let it go.
Do you think that I'm gonna start with you, Double L. Do you think that there are certain aspects of certain industries? I'm a truck driver, so do you think that there are certain industries where there still should be limitations on it, or do you think it should just be free reign, just let it go?
Honestly, I think it should be free reign as long as it's monitored and controlled, on a certain level. It's pretty much out here already.
Right.
I mean, both if you say legally and illegally, it's here. They're legalizing it while it's already illegally here.
So you think it more so comes down to the individuals, kind of the situation of like, know your limits, know when to say when,
Correct. And then, like I said, we've never had a case where you overdose on, and not to mention, we're not just talking about just THC weed. We're talking about CBD and THC. That means THC is the psychosis, the high. When you get high, you feel it, you feel good, whatever. CBD is the more healing side. That's on a cellular level. That's literally calming down inflammation in the cells. So basically, they're not. So yes, I think it should be in all industries because, in the sense of like healing, hell yeah, full on, go crazy with that shit. You can't overdose on it, and it's just healing you. What?
Right?
Why not?
What do you think about law enforcement? Because I think I read something one time that cops in Seattle, they can't actually smoke. I might be wrong about that, but I remember seeing that a while ago. Because it's fully recreational in Washington State, right? But cops in Seattle can't actually participate. Like, I feel like if they off duty or they at home, like, why should it fucking matter?
Off duty and at home, I mean, I can see that. I rock with you on that, but at the same time, it's like motherfuckers don't exercise the best judgment already. You know what I'm saying? So
right. That's what I was gonna say. Like I could like said, you say you're a truck driver, right? I could see if you cannot have the THC portion of it while you're operating the motor vehicle. Once that's over with, you can do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? But if you run to the back of somebody driving, they have the right to test you for alcohol, which is already legal. They got a right to test you for that too. So I think that may be an issue if you're doing something like that, like motor vehicle operation or police officer. If you anything else, I mean, that doesn't have public safety at risk or something like that, then that's fine. You do whatever you want.
I said they shoot people down in broad daylight.
Exactly. So you gotta have something. I mean, but again, that's for the THC part. That's not for the CBD part. If you don't have anything that changes your judgment at all, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't have the high feeling or whatever, then free reign, do what you got to do. But as long as there's no side effects or you're doing something like that, then, that's
so then. So wait, hold on 1 second, Deacon. So Double L, I'm gonna come back to you. So then, do you think that there should be, I guess, different parameters on the legalization when it comes to THC versus CBD? You think they should be separated or together?
In specifics, you order the shit based on like if it's a job like truck driving. I totally understand. No, you cannot smoke during your job. At home, like y'all was saying, at home, personal time, smoke all you want to. CBD, I think that should be 100% available because it's not a psychosis affecting you when it's not that type of situation. So I feel like that would actually, some people have anxiety. It helps anxiety. Like, it doesn't get you high. So that in the industry, yes, 100% run that. I understand. Don't let it, when you're at the job, no, you can't smoke at the job. I understand that can impair you to fuck up some shit. run into a car or drop some shit or do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But CBD, full on behind CBD.
All right, so like one of the big things in the medical industry is like sleep aids, like Ambien and shit like that. Is there CBD specifically for I just want to basically help me get a good night's sleep, or like you said, the anxiety that would make me think of that. Do you have versions of it for that, or is it like if you look at it, it say this is the CBD that'll help you sleep, this is CBD for anxiety, this is CBD for this? Is it broken out like that, or is it just one thing like cure all?
No, it is a cure all, but it's based on how you prepare it. So, like I said, if the oils or your edibles, it depends on how you take it in, as well as the dosage. So, like, the higher the dosage, depending on your, if you have anxiety, you want a higher dosage. There's no specific like, oh, well, this is for sleep, this is for this. No, it's really all the same thing. It's just how you take it.
That's made. Okay.
So what is the ass CBD help the most?
Bro, this dude
You are
right
the
here,
most educated, uneducated person I know, man.
I swear, man.
I
This
just want to know.
dude. Look, so then give me a suppository. So give me a suppository, because both of these two right here is a pain in my ass. You know what I'm saying?
And so look, hey, if that's the case, so what that mean that he keep coming back to this show? That mean he like that pain, huh? Nasty.
That was good. That was a good one. That was a good one. All right, Double L, man. We appreciate you stopping by today. Get the people your information, man. I'm not gonna ask you for your fucking address. Just tell them where we can find the company. You know what I'm saying? Give us all the pertinent information and everything, bro.
Oh yeah, man. The name of the company is Medcannex Wellness, and you can find us at www.medcannex.com. Pretty much what you're gonna find there is, like I said, grade A CBD products, from oils to edibles to, I'm not even gonna say that. It's Medcannex, and that's MEDCANNAX. This is cool shit, man. Y'all got some cool shit going on, man.
Appreciate it.
Anytime, man, I will come back if y'all have me, man. I fucking enjoy it.
Yeah, we gonna.
Yeah. Wink. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whenever you decide to come back.
Yeah. You see that?
Games. We gonna have to go join the Asshole with Voices podcast.
Damn right.
I tell you. And we appreciate you for stopping by, man. Thank you. Thank you.
Much love.
Good to see you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is a message to the Asshole Nation. Bro, the shit that y'all be doing, like in your car when you think nobody can see you, when we in them trucks, we can see everything going on in your car.
What have you seen, Sonny? What are some things you've seen? Stories from the road.
Stories from the road?
What have you seen on the road, Sonny P?
So you got the normal stuff, right? Like, I've been driving and look over somebody's car and they jacking off or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
That's the normal stuff?
He said that's the normal. That's the normal stuff.
You just don't believe how much that shit happens. Yes, it's a lot of people who do this shit, who abuse themselves while driving.
You gotta love the one you're with, I guess.
But I'll tell you the other part. You wouldn't believe how many grown people like pick their nose or dig in their eye and put that shit in their mouth.
Ew.
I'm dead serious.
Damn.
Why they driving? You wouldn't believe how many people do that shit because they think nobody's watching.
Ew.
Shit.
But I'll tell you a funny story.
Go ahead.
So
that's why that shit spreading. Before you said why that corona spreading, because motherfuckers are doing nasty stuff like that.
No, I'm telling you, people are
nasty.
People are fucking filthy, man. That's why this shit's spreading all over the world, man. People are fucking filthy. So, fellas, I guess we're not gonna really be able to avoid this topic. This is probably one of the most major topics in the world right now. Is the coronavirus.
Putting the mask back on.
I'm gonna be safe out here talking about corona.
Yeah,
you're gonna choke with that shit around your neck if you don't pull it up.
I'm trying to tell you. But so the coronavirus is sweeping across the globe. It's got everybody scared. How y'all feeling, fellas? I mean,
Fake.
we started off the show, doing what we was doing, but really seriously, how y'all feel about this thing?
Fake fucking news.
So you a
I mean, it's
fake
fake,
news?
man. It's a
You
real
think
thing.
she's
This shit
thinking
is fake.
bullshit?
I think it's bullshit, man. Fake fucking news. Yeah, guess what? Such and such people have been diagnosed. Such and such people have died. The flu killed like 4 times that many last year. The symptoms are the same as the fucking flu. People aren't even really dying from it anymore when they're catching it. It was one person died in California. How many people died in New York?
Well, no, wait. You talking about the U.S.? It's killed over 2,000 people worldwide.
Yeah, it's killing people everywhere, man.
Yeah, fuck all that. I'm talking about the U.S. I'm talking about domestic. Fake
Dude,
fucking
the world is bigger than just the U.S.
Right.
They want us to be worried about all this shit. They doing this to take our attention away from some other shit. I just hadn't figured out what the other shit is yet.
All right, hold on, wait. Let me stop you right there real quick. Gaines, come on in. How you feel?
I mean, I think it's some real shit, right? Like, people gonna die from it. It's real. But if you notice, every 2 years, we have another virus or something. Like, every 2 years, it's something else. It was Ebola, bird flu, swine flu. This one seems to be killing more people than that, right?
Okay.
So this was a little harsher than that. But still, I mean, you gotta...
Let me ask y'all one question real quick.
What's up?
Did y'all know anyone that caught bird flu? Like anyone personally?
I wasn't trying to look.
Like even like a friend of friend. Did you know anyone that had swine flu? Anybody that had Ebola?
Nah. I mean,
not even a friend of a friend of a friend.
No. Yeah, man, nobody knew got Ebola. Like, come on now.
Man, that shit, it's fake news, man. Fake fucking news.
Yeah.
This shit was all set up by the hand sanitizer company. They fucking sold out everywhere. This shit is a goddamn epidemic, but hand sanitizer kills it? Come on, man. Get the fuck out of here.
No, that's a great point, though. That is a great point. But I will say, along the lines of what you're talking about, the part that bothered me was, like, when I found out, and y'all tell me if y'all have seen this, that it's actually not a new disease.
Yeah, it's been around for a while. That's what I'm saying. They were messing around.
It's been around.
That's what I'm saying.
It's been around.
I think they were messing around with it in the lab. They fuck around and made it worse some kind of way. And by the time they was like, oh, this is worse, and they were like, we do this shit all the time, it'd be all right. And then by the time it got worse, they were like, oh shit, this might be bad. And they tried to put the little outbreak, it ain't that bad shit on it. And then it got out a little bit further than before. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what that shit is.
So both of y'all believe that this is some conspiracy theory shit?
I don't know if it's a conspiracy theory as opposed to it's just some shit that went sideways by people. It wasn't a virus is here. I think they did that shit.
Go ahead.
I don't believe this shit is as bad as they saying. I don't believe none of this shit.
But you wear the mask, man. You wear the mask and you wear the mask.
Yeah, I wear the mask to get through the airport easier. Because motherfuckers are stupid. Yeah, let's talk about that. Now, I put on this fucking mask in the airport. Guess what? I'm gonna move out my way in security.
There you go again.
On a plane from fucking Atlanta to Orlando. I'm sitting by the window. Nobody sat in the middle. Nobody sat on the outside of my room.
That's it.
I got this fucking mask on.
Hey, cue the clip up.
No one cared who I was till I put on the mask.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
I have on the mask to prevent the illness. But because people are so dumb, you have on a mask, you're the one infected.
Hey.
Man, I had a black hoodie on. I had black sweatpants on. I just had my fucking mask on. Walking through this a woman was about to sit next to me with her kids. And she took one look at that fucking mask and moved to another fucking row.
I got 2 points to this shit, right?
What you got?
The first thing, if all this sanitizer is selling out, all this Lysol and all this shit, right now, everybody buying it. That means to be a lot of nasty motherfuckers were not washing their hands beforehand. Like before this happened, there was a lot of that stuff going. Like it's some nasty stuff. Then now all of a sudden, you mean somebody got to tell you it's a virus killing people? You decide it might be a good idea to wash my hands. Like what kind of shit? That's shit you learn when you a kid, man. Wash your hands, cover your mouth. The damn government got to come out and tell you do that shit. And then everything. Like nobody was doing it before then.
No, you 100% right. But it's like I told you before, and you learn how nasty motherfuckers really are, man. You really do.
Yes. And the next thing, right? Like everybody's trying to do what the CDC tells them, talking about coronavirus, right? The CDC told you that AIDS was out there, and what do people do? They still having unprotected sex. Like, and they tell you to kill you. So like that's the thing that get me. Like, you know something's bad. And people say it don't do. Like, come on, man. Like, really?
So what you saying is you motherfuckers told you corona killing people and y'all went and bought all these fucking masks. Motherfuckers told you AIDS was killing people and y'all ain't gonna buy no goddamn Rona.
No comment.
He said, fuck it. I'm gonna throw the dice.
People are dumb, man. People are. You saw the thing when they not buying Corona beer that we put out there, man? Really? You not getting.
I think that. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I think them some bitches there are the stupidest people in the world.
Come on, man.
But it's a lot of people though. The sales.
It's a lot of people, sales down. But not just that, not just Corona beer. You got people who won't go to like Chinese restaurants and shit because they're like, no, ain't bringing the coronavirus.
But say that somebody might have went to China and then came back in the Chinese. Man, it's people everywhere. Come on, man. Like really, people.
I'm not gonna lie though. Y'all might get to judge me a little bit for this. This shit happened.
What?
I was in the hotel the other day, man. And these two Asian ladies got on. These motherfuckers were speaking Mandarin. And I didn't do it consciously. I didn't mean to. But I didn't take a breath until that other I held my breath on the elevator, man. Like I didn't breathe, man. I didn't mean to do it. It just happened.
Oh my gosh.
Some racist shit to do right there, man.
Right.
Nah, I didn't breathe, man. What you want me to do?
Hey, number one, that's racist.
Right.
Number two, that is also one of the single most dumbest fucking solutions that you could come up with. Imagine if they was on this elevator, but they going to a floor past yours. So you got to ride holding your fucking breath until you get to your fucking... This is why I say that shit is dumb. Because, bruh, if you would have fuck around, held your breath, and passed the fuck out on this elevator, right? Not only when they CPR him, guess what? When he passes out, his mouth comes open, his lungs start searching for air. You breathing all this shit in anyway.
It wasn't on purpose. Like, I didn't consciously think about this. Like,
what if you was on there and you were breathing and they got off before you? If you start breathing when they gone, you still breathe in the air. They was breathing like you still.
Right.
Y'all are giving this solution entirely too much credit. All this thought didn't happen. But by the time I realized what was happening, I was already holding my breath. And I was like, why the fuck am I holding my breath?
You were on racist autopilot.
Yeah. I think it's a real thing. I think it's a real thing, but I think it's also being being weaponized for political reasons, economic reasons, and I do believe that it's being used to kind of hide some other shit that's taking place. I really do.
Or like we talked about earlier, these motherfuckers about to drop this cure to the corona. That shit's gonna go through the roof.
I'm gonna take it a little further with my conspiracy theory shit. Is because the coronavirus is so much like the flu. I find myself wondering, was the coronavirus in these flu vaccines that we've been getting all these fucking years?
That's a good ass point.
I do believe that it has spread the way it spread. I believe that's everywhere. But like y'all was saying, I think it's being played up as far as the pandemic, epidemic thing. You know, smallpox is a deadly fucking disease. You know, polio is a deadly fucking disease. The Black Plague, whatever the real name was for it. Those are, you know, planet-altering diseases. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is not. And there's not, the other thing is when you look into like the death cases, because it's something like 80,000 deaths total worldwide. Not all from this year, but just all attributed to this virus.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look across it, there are certain commonalities, but there are a lot more the uncommon characteristics. Basically meaning it's not just like killing a certain type of person. It's really, really just kind of killing at random, which kind of suggests that there's no rhyme or reason to it. I'm just using that to say, like, even if all the numbers are attributed to corona or not contributed, there's not a lot of common characteristics in the death, meaning that it's not attacking one thing. It's really just kind of
attacking old people. Mostly more than anything because of the immune system. Old people and young people.
It's killing old people, but it's also like you have like the one-offs of like young people, but you don't see a lot of children with the shit, you know, with the disease. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you also don't see any epidemic flags for the fucking flu. The flu killed over 100,000 people last year.
Well, it comes down to Trump just. What did he sign? He signed like an $8 billion spending bill for the coronavirus or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I noticed that California was first. Even before he had signed the bill, they declared a state of emergency. After he signed the bill, New York declared a state of emergency.
California declared a state of emergency after one person died.
Yeah, one person died.
One older gentleman who went on a cruise to Mexico.
Yeah.
He could have caught any sickness. He was older. He was elderly.
You might have smashed something that wouldn't wash off.
I just know this. I mean, my opinion, my personal feeling is I'm not gonna worry about it until they say that herpes is like a pandemic. If herpes becomes a pandemic, then I'll start worrying.
That shit is already a pandemic.
It fucking should be. We've spent 3 episodes. We have spent 3 episodes this season discussing fucking herpes. Herpes should be a pandemic. It should be, but it's not.
Because that's why I do like and this is my little conspiracy thing. Some things are put to you till it's accepted, right? You're not gonna see a pandemic for flu because it's accepted, no matter how many people it kills. You know what I'm saying? So herpes one of those accepted things. Like everybody knows it's there, let that shit kind of flag out, just like HIV or whatever. We know it's out there. It's going. I mean, look at Atlanta's HIV. That shit is like ridiculous, right?
Because motherfuckers don't really die from.
And it goes if you got money to fight it or not. But once it's accepted, they just let that shit go. This coronavirus might be that. That shit might be the next, flu, whatever. It's just accepted. It ain't like like you got to be in. They're saying you got to catch it from somewhere in Africa, some shit like that. This is just like the flu.
Did y'all notice, like, maybe about a week or 2 ago, right? A snippet came out for Confessions 3 from Usher. And he kind of hinted at, I'm about to burn these motherfucking people. You know what I'm saying?
That's a big confessing for a long time. Like he
kind of hinted at it. Then Jermaine Dupri came out to clean it up. It was like, nah, that ain't what it's about. It's about a girl getting pregnant, blah blah blah. But it's like,
even if it ain't about that, right? Like, what level of society we at now where it's okay to like screw these people knowing they got STDs with no cure to them?
No, but that's the point that I was trying to get to. Was the fact that nobody has raised an alarm and a bill or nothing. We have 2 major superstars, young African American men, who are running around here. And I don't want to turn this into a fucking like herpes bashing session. I'm not bashing anybody with herpes. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to understand, like, when did we get to a point where it's okay to knowingly fuck somebody that has herpes?
That's what I'm saying.
You don't have the shit.
That's what I'm saying. It's an accepted disease. He raising his
hand
like
why do you have your fucking hand up like we in class?
Because I just need to understand how we went from fucking the corona epidemic to herpes. Like, I just don't understand.
Accepted disease.
I don't know how the fuck we got here either. But I just know it seems to me that we should be discussing herpes versus coronavirus.
Hey, look, he said we need to discuss the real problem.
The real fucking problem. that we need to talk about is this goddamn herpes.
Hey, look,
man.
hey,
Fuck
check
this
it. Check
coronavirus.
it. So since we talk about herpes and we talk about coronavirus, the Gang's Corner has a little bit of both.
All right, so that must means it is time for my favorite part of the show. It is time for the Gaines Corner. Gaines Corner.
Animation.
All right, Gaines, what you got for us this week, man?
All right, man. Since we on the the theme of the coronavirus, that's our little thing. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a big spike on Pornhub for coronavirus porn. So, so I saw this story on Vice. So I'm like, hold up, let me look into this shit. So I went and did some research. And what it is really is like people screwing in hazmat suits and shit. or like a woman will be infected. So the dude will have the hazmat suit, he'll be messing with her and she won't have one on. Or it's just wild. I was like, wow, like that's really where we are as a society, man. Like we got virus porn.
So we got an epidemic going on that's killing all these people, they say. And the best thing that we can think to do as a society is to make coronavirus porn. Because there's two parts to this, right? Like it's the people who decided to go make coronavirus porn. But then it's the people who decide to go search for coronavirus porn.
Here you go.
Like who the fuck is watching?
Hey, you got to be sick to search for that though. Like, where's that come from though? Like,
I don't know what type of fetish that is, man. Like motherfuckers like that.
Hey, but listen. I'm gonna tell you something. If you ever really, really want to know how fucked this world is, go on to your favorite, whatever your favorite is, either Pornhub or Xvideos. I'm an Xvideos guy. Anyway, go on to your favorite porn site and just start scrolling through the categories. I mean, like, it's some really sick shit out here.
I saw a post that had, like, topics for Pornhub, and I was like, wow, that's really where we at with this shit. Like, there's some weird shit, like, I don't know, man. Each his own, I guess. Like, it's one thing with people. I saw one with, like, really, really, really huge women sitting, like jumping up down and sitting on little skinny dudes on the ground. Like that was a headline topic. Like bro, like really?
Yeah, smashing and squatting and shit like that. Like these are real things.
Coronavirus porn. Even just talking about fetishes and all that, I just don't see where this falls in line.
Hey, Dick, let me tell you something. And this is what I got to get just scrolling through categories. Bro, they have zombie porn now.
Yes. Yeah, that's the Resident Evil shit. Yeah.
They have zombie porn.
Why did this nigga get so excited when you said zombie?
No, I'm just saying, I saw that too, though.
This nigga started bouncing up and down.
Yeah, because I said that earlier.
Excited.
Remember I said Resident Evil porn? I saw that same shit. That's how I know. I saw that topic.
Hey, let me ask you something real quick. Are either one of y'all feet guys?
No, not especially.
No.
Okay.
I'm more what you call like a savage when it comes to the poundage. Like, yeah. I'm not really a bunch of tender loving care, you know.
I ain't gonna lie, like there were other questions to come along, but I don't even want to fucking revisit that at all.
Damn.
Coronavirus porn, man. Hazmat suit porn.
I gotta go find one that shoot, man. I gotta join this hazmat porn community, man.
Definitely.
I didn't even know this was a fucking thing, man.
I want to see the production quality on.
Back to what we said, man. No matter what's going on, the humans will find a way to try to screw something. No matter what's going on, they'll try to screw their way out the problem. That's what America thinks, man. That's
hey, what did he say that time? He said no matter what's going on, human beings will find a way to fuck you.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Gaines, appreciate the Gaines Corner. Asshole of the week. Asshole of the week this week, I actually don't agree with, but just because my bro feels so strongly about it, we're going to award Asshole of the week this week to Megan Thee Stallion. You win Asshole of the week this week just because you really, really, really pissed G Gaines off.
Hey, I ain't her, man. I don't want to pick on just her. I just don't like when people do something stupid and they blame it on the people who, that not them. I guess the better say she tried to blame the record company for screwing her over when she signed the paperwork and then admitted that she didn't really know what she was signing. How is that somebody else's fault, dude? Like,
I don't know. This motherfucker steady want credit for still being in college, still going to school.
Right, but you can't read.
You don't read your fucking contract. What type of shit is that, man?
Right. There you go. Thank you. Right. There you go.
All right, hold on. We're not going to go in on Megan Thee Stallion, all right?
All I'm saying is, I only signed one contract blindly in my life. And I was in the fucking 3rd grade, and that motherfucker in that corner gave it to me.
No, I was just about to say, I want you to know, technically, like, you and everybody else in that house that day, y'all still owe me 3 hours, technically speaking. Technically speaking, you and everybody else who was in that house that day still technically owe me 3 hours. I'm just saying. Megan Thee Stallion, congratulations, asshole of the week. Deacon, let the people know where they can find you, man.
Yeah, I was about to say, because I'm not giving you my fucking ass.
What if he put on a hazmat suit? Then you'll still give it to her? You give your ass.
Deacon, where can the Asshole Nation find you, man?
Damn Deacon 44 on Instagram. Still not fucking with Twitter. One day we're going to have a studio audience. And then I'm going to say, damn Deacon 44 on Instagram. And I'm going to point and they're going to say, still not fucking with Twitter.
Yeah, I like that idea.
I'm going to have an audience in the house. Still not fucking with Twitter.
He gonna have his whole live in studio.
Right.
He gonna make him laugh. He gonna make him laugh when he crack jokes like that shit.
Gaines, where you at, man?
G Gangs, man. Just G Gangs. That's it. Instagram.
All right. You can catch me on Instagram at Sunny Soundchasm. Catch me on Twitter at Chasm Sound. Any suggestions, any comments that you want to make, questions, or if you just want to tell us to fuck off, you can hit us at awopodcast@gmail. Catch us on Instagram at awopodcast. Catch us on Twitter at awopodcast1. Make sure if you're listening on any of the podcast platforms, download, comment, rate, like, subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Fellas, y'all got anything else?
Be safe, man. Whether it's washing your hands or putting on a hazmat suit, wearing condoms, be safe out there. Whatever it take. Masks, whatever it take, man.
Look at this.
Fake fucking news.
All right, so fellas, y'all got anything else?
Nah, just be safe, man. Either with a hazmat suit, condom, mask like deep, whatever it takes, man. Just wrap it up, cover it up, whatever. Wash your hands, whatever.
Deacon mask came from the Dollar Tree.
Hey, Deacon mask already had the coronavirus in it, didn't he?
Everybody be safe out there. Stay corona free.
All right, well, that is the show for today. Remember, opinions are like assholes. We just some assholes with opinions. Appreciate it.